And I'm Justin.
And together, we are Pajamas. And we are a very short time removed from the last episode. It is a bit late for us, but when I told Justin I wasn't sure if we could fit another one in, it was kind of all... And I don't like to see Justin sad. So, we're going to try and fit one more in. And, it's going to be cutting it really close, so we need to get going. So, as always, some disclaimers. Number one, we apologize for any stammering, starting a slur in the mouth noise, louder, rich mother. If you've been watching a while, you know what's going on. I do my best to remove things in post. So now it's going through. I do apologize. Disclaimer number two, I had a setback a couple days ago. I had a spasm, really bad. We talked about it in the last episode, more in depth. So I'm recovering from that. I'm in a lot of pain. My head really, really hurts. Disclaimer number three, the photo of the bitch is still... I can usually remove it from like the dead air, like I can remove that. But if it happens while we're talking, I'm sorry. It sounds like it doesn't sound like a squeak. Sometimes it sounds like a rumbly noise. If you hear like a rumbly noise under the audio, it's the faux leather bitch. FLB acting up. So
Sounds better on radio than on the telephone.
yeah, I don't know. This keeps up. We may have to rethink this in some way. I don't know how though. But
Wood oil? If there's such a thing.
I don't know where do we put it. So yeah, we finished episode 5. Took a small break. I charged the camera for a little bit to make sure we had enough battery. Fingers crossed to do this. We're gonna cut in very close for our bedtime routine that we have. So the last one, Arya showed up. Viking
Yes.
Village. She's a hybrid. And what could this mean? So we're gonna find out if this episode is a direct continuation, or if to be continued meant somewhere off in the season. I don't know. My brain hurts. It's probably like duh, Philip, but you know what? Work with me here. But are you ready? Okay. Without further ado, let's crack the egg. The Kinder Egg, which I think are still illegal here in the U.S. On Doctor Who, Season 9, Episode 6.
Passing through, like fish in the night.
This is a robbery.
It's not fish in the night,
This is
something else?
my robbery.
No, ships in the night. One tiny little thing from under this box.
This is my robbery.
Well, can't we share it? Isn't that what robbery's all about? At least I show my face. What's wrong with yours?
Nothing, Doctor.
Yep. You can tell by the eyes.
At first I was thinking, what a gentlemanly thief. But then realized, this isn't even a gentleman.
Yeah.
In fact, it isn't even a man.
Maybe not even gentle. So I wonder how much time has passed from the last one to this one. Because the show doesn't do a good job of explaining that sometimes.
It was
You mean you haven't come for me?
No, it was just a coincidence.
Hmm.
I think I remember the village.
You loved that village.
If you say so.
Oh, when you've lived that long,
Yeah.
can you really remember back?
I call myself me, my own companion.
Hmm.
Singular. Unattached.
You could learn something from her, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
For the last couple of weeks, I've been following it across
Sheesh.
the galaxy.
And do you know what you're looking for?
I like your booty. Booty.
So why do you rob?
For the adventure. Isn't that what life's all about? I've had 800 years of adventure. 10,000 hours is all it takes to master any skill. Over 100,000 hours and you're the best there's ever been. I don't need to be indestructible. I'm superb. I can't remember most of it. That's the trouble with an infinite life and a normal-sized memory.
Can't have been easy.
Don't worry, he doesn't know about you, only about the artifact.
Or does
He
he?
has no idea what we intend to do with it.
Yep. Okay, it's the Beast. Beauty and the Beast.
Now is not the time to be showing off.
Now seems like a very good time. You'll need a mask sidekick.
Humans need shared experiences.
I'm regretting sharing this one.
It isn't right for you to be on your own.
The Justin amulet.
I wish she's still with you, is she?
Oh, you remember Clara, do you?
Of course. I take particular note of anyone's weaknesses.
Damn.
How old are you, Doctor?
Older than you.
How many have you lost? How many Claras?
Your sidekick? You got your dad as a sidekick?
Oh, it's Dad, I'm the doctor.
Is that the best name you could come up with?
Can you confirm that I'm not your dad?
What do you say, Dad? What difference does it make?
Kill him and you make an enemy of me.
Ooh.
You keep him on. See? You do have a heart. You don't fool me.
How do I look?
Pink. Are you coming down with something? Killing me is by far your best move.
You invite your own death.
No, I just want you to attack first, then my conscience is clear.
I'm not looking for a husband, you oaf. I'm looking for a horse to get me out of town. You said no.
Shielded daughter of Einar. What happened to you?
You did, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
People are mayflies, repeating the same mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's boring.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
Abandoned.
I'm not abandoned.
Do you ever think or care what happens after you've flown away? I live in the world you leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't save my life, Doctor. You trapped me inside it.
He'll kill you.
Perhaps it's about time.
I'm on your side. I'm an undercover constable from Scotland Yard. Do you have Scotland Yard yet? I know where Lady Me keeps all of her money.
Oh.
Almost £30.
Now, why didn't you say that?
Hey, he's new at this. Someone had to show him the ropes. Oh, yeah, I'm sure I recognise a few of you lovely ladies. I mean, I'd introduce you all, but I can't remember your names.
Oh.
He's a good sport for going out this way.
Yeah. I wait for it to set in.
As God is my highwayman, he steals the most precious gift of all. Life.
Mm-hmm.
What about the doctor?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What's that? What's happening? What are those things?
Spaceships. Oh, they will be. They're coming through the rift. So what do we do?
Reverse it.
You cannot reverse death.
Oh, yes, we can.
Oh.
Not the first, you know. I did travel with another immortal once. Captain Jack Harkness. I think I'm going to have to keep an eye on you.
No.
No.
Someone has to look out for the people you abandon. While you're busy protecting this world, I'll get busy protecting it from you.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Hi.
Did you miss me?
Be more specific. Who are you?
Dang.
What's wrong?
Where to begin with this one?
Yes.
Sheesh.
I like it even for its faults.
What faults did it have?
Well, did you think that was a bit of a quick change of her feelings when she was at the gallows? That, oh, all of a sudden, yes, she does care. It seems like if it were more realistic, then it would have been more slowly. Consider that she lived for centuries, lived after the Black Death.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I guess it just didn't really bother me that much. Because I don't think she's like 100% rehabilitated. Like even in the background of that picture, she has a smirk on her face.
Which is why, when they were having that conversation at the inn, the tavern, whatever it is, I was wondering how much of this is sincere and how much is this. Well, she lived for so many centuries. How much of this is real and how much of this is an act?
Yeah.
How much is she playing the reformed villain trope?
Yeah. Makes you wonder. I hope this isn't the last we see of her. I think it's a really cool idea, another immortal out there. And Sam, apparently, who may or may not be immortal. It wasn't in the picture. But I wouldn't put it past her to kill him.
Yes. Like what was in the previous episode, she's functionally immortal.
Yeah.
But she can still be killed if done in a particular way.
Mm-hmm. So maybe she's escaped death so many times, maybe she knows the actual way, so... And Sam wasn't there in the picture with her. Which doesn't mean he's not alive, but...
It could also mean that they went their separate ways.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, hers would be a fun spin-off series. The Adventures of Me.
Yes.
I think I would like that. Yeah, but I do hope this isn't the last we see of her. In some respect. Because I think there's a lot you could do with this. She's as close to the Master as we've come in a good foil for the Doctor. And I think they did a good job in 2 episodes of building her up.
Imagine if they teamed together.
Yeah, it's weird for him to say we wouldn't work out.
Team together while at the same time actually playing each other.
Yeah.
That each of them are saying, you think that I've made an alliance with you, but I'm actually using you. Imagine both of them are thinking that, and whichever one is the more clever one will be the one to realize already that I also realize that you think this, which is why I'm also planning this as my escape.
It reminds me of the Curse of Fatal Death when they were like, I thought you would say that's what I went further back in time to do this thing. Sort of reminds me of.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah. It's interesting also to think about how the Doctor not only is being forced to evaluate his effect on people and companions, but also start to appreciate Clara more.
Yes.
Like she hugs him and, he's on her arm. I think these last 2 episodes were very much like introspection for the Doctor and self-realization.
One would think, though, that being over 900 years old, that he would have realized the serious consequences of making somebody else immortal.
Yeah.
Like when he said that he was being emotional and wondering if he made a tidal wave.
Mm-hmm.
She's it.
Oh, yeah, that's what they said at the end, too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was also kind of fascinating to contrast it to the immortal person from The Sandman. Who, like, every 100 years, he's like, so tell me what life is like. Oh, it's great! I'm still alive! Do you want it to end? No! I liked that. We took it from the point of view of someone who has just grown weary. And not just, oh, everyone's dying around me. Oh, not just that. She'd reconciled that.
Yes, one would eventually get used to that after centuries.
Yeah, but more I want more. This is boring.
Yes.
I don't think I would get bored being immortal. Like, because I think we talked in the Sandman episode just about how watching humanity evolve would be so much fun. But that was a cool take. It was very much like a doctor and anti-doctor. And I liked that. And that's why I hope she's going to be around in the future. The possible mistake he made. He normally doesn't try and... He's tried to keep his emotions in check. Especially ever since regenerating. But the moment he gave in, he made a mistake. And that's why he doesn't do it. He fell victim to empathy and compassion and saved her when he probably shouldn't have. And he gave her immortality, but he also cursed her with immortality.
The double-edged sword.
Yeah, and having to come to terms with pretty much Frankenstein's monster. This is what he created. You made me. And I really like it was heavy-handed, but I like how it was used. And I think her name is Maisie Williams, I think's how you say her first name. She's such a good actress that she really pulled off this old soul who was kind of bitter and just malicious and lost her humanity because it died with her a long time ago. She herself can't die, but that died with her. So I can see where you're coming from and saying, oh, she got it back way too quickly. But then, as we were talking about, I don't think she did. I think once she realized that she'd been screwed over, the only choice she had was to play good.
Somewhat like how Davros
Yeah.
and the Doctor spoke to each other. Which parts were authentic and which ones were trickery, that's still up for debate. Well, up to this point in the series.
Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen next. But I really like the notion of Maisie's character. I'm gonna call her Arya because I don't know if I'm saying her name right, and I don't want to make people mad. Which part of making them mad by calling her Arya? I think including her as a plot beat really worked on so many levels, because you don't get that side of immortality usually in characters in literature or in fiction in general. It's usually either they go tyrannical, or I have endless life, so I have endless power, or they grow weary. And then that's why it was cool to see the gentleman in the Sandman. He was just happy to watch it all, which would be me. Like, I could relate to him. Whereas her character was trying to actively be in history over and over and over. And I think maybe if she just taken a step back and just let it unfold in front of her, she would have felt she would have felt the weight of existing less. But she's also trying to, I need adventure. She craves that adventure. She's like a companion. She's like the Doctor and the companion in one person. But, or more aptly, what I said, the anti-Doctor. Because the Doctor likes the adventure too. The Doctor brings the companion along because they're the Mayfly. Which I like that. I'm glad we brought that up, because that makes sense now why he picks human women. But humans in general is what I mean. He picks mortal people. He picks these people that he has grown to care about because he gets to live the experience through them. And then he either kills them or something bad happens and he abandons them and picks up a new one. Insert meme now. But I think her character was really necessary for the growth of the Doctor. And
definitely,
I really like the way she was written and acted and all of it. And
they picked a great actress.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. And just to have someone that can be as confident and cocky and clever and all of it as the Doctor. So when I say anti-Doctor, I don't mean like not the Doctor. You know what? It's like she has all the benefits of the Doctor, except for the regeneration part, just the immortality part, and they've been able to live an adventure. But the anti-Doctor, as far as motive and intent, the Doctor for the most part has good intentions. I don't think she does. I think she's a little more Master Missy. And I hope this plays out in the future, because I think she'd give you a really good foil for the Doctor. And how do you kill her? It's the Doctor. He could travel back to like, oh, I traveled back before you were born. Like that. Fatal death. But like, I feel like I could just talk about her character, because this is so intriguing. It's just like, man. Yeah, I really, really, really hope this isn't the last we see of her.
Spoilers.
Because there's a lot you could do here.
Definitely.
Yeah. Was there anything else that stuck out to you?
Actually, the relationship, because when they went back and forth with each other, it sort of reminded me of how the Doctor is to the companion.
Yeah.
Which one is really more the liability of the other? It depends upon the situation, it seems.
Another thing I liked about the back and forth, and this reaffirms my annoyance with a former scene in the show, the back and forth here felt earned. And there was a notion of who is the main character, who's the sidekick. Because for the Doctor, he's always the main character, yes. The companion's the sidekick. In this world, she's the main character, he's the sidekick. I like that. Roles are reversed. But also, in that really annoying Christmas episode, and they're on the roof of that thing before they go up the ladder, I think. They're like, oh, no. What about this? What about that? Here's an umbrella. Back to you. Ha ha. I'm so clever. Oh, yes, you are. You're so pretty. Tight skirt. Ha ha ha. And I was annoyed. I'm like, this is stupid. We were introducing her as Poochie. It was bad writing. I still stand by that because this was good writing. This is how you do it. This is how you give a back and forth that works. They felt like equals. With Clara in season 7B, you just put her on the screen and said, these two are equals.
Because.
Exactly. Clever and pretty does not equal adept. It doesn't. But she's earned her spot, I think. I can't say I think, I know, because she's been the Doctor. And it was done well.
Yes.
I liked it a lot. So I think in contrast, for everyone that wanted to get pissy with me about that, I still think I was right, and this proves me right. To me. I'm not saying you have to say I'm right, even though you should, because I'm right. But but no, this is how it's done. This is how you do it. If they'd written Clara like this, they did this in 2 episodes. And technically an episode in like 10 minutes. So maybe an hour. Of an hour and a half. Of Doctor Who. They introduced a character and made her on par with a Doctor. To the point that back and forth felt organic and natural. And that's because of good writing. That Christmas episode, from 7A to 7B, episode 6 or whatever, it was poorly written. I'm sorry, it was. And this proves me right. But now you can still find validity in that one for yourself. That's totally fine. People like Clara, totally cool. I'm just saying, for me, I called it out then as feeling inauthentic. This is a good thing to compare it to, of a way to do it that feels natural and authentic. And I appreciate that. And they did it in about an hour of screen time, which is good writing.
Should we go to your notes?
Sure. It's so
much.
Yeah. In a good way. Yeah. It was just well done. It was really well done. So if we're not doing it justice, again, I apologize. It's very late for us. It's nearing our bedtime. In addition to having the setback and the migraine and all of it. So let's go to the notes.
Philip's notes.
So the Doctor shows up, and the Nightmare is robbing a carriage, trying to get an amulet for the Beast, from Beauty and the Beast. He comes there and he says, we're passing through like fish in the night. I'm going to say that from now on. He's trying to get into the trunk. She's trying to rob them. And, because it was like, they thought it was, a male.
A very polite thief.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, by the way that she spoke, which words were used.
Yeah. And they're like, this is my robbery. And the Doctor says, can't we share it? That's what robbery is, isn't it? Kinda, I guess.
Sharing, but except for the one that originally owned it.
Yeah, robbery is forced sharing. And there was no Clara in this one, other than at the end. Because she was off with the year 7s doing Taekwondo. That's another thing I liked. I don't think this episode would have worked nearly as well if Clara was there too. Because it would have watered down the dynamic between Arya and the Doctor. And it was so strong between those two, as I've been going on about.
I can see that.
I think Clara there would have muddied it a little too much and would have kind of just, it would have watered it down. Man, I'm glad. And not even in a bad way this time. I'm just glad she wasn't there, because it would have taken away from the story that we got. And then Arya's like, you haven't come for me? And the Doctor says, no, it's a coincidence. And at the time I'm like, is it though? Because you don't deal in coincidence usually. Like, oh, we coincidentally landed on this planet that I have to save all of a sudden at this right exact time. Oh, you meant to come here, didn't you? Maybe I did. Doctor Who.
It's not easy to tell which is which.
And then we find out she's been alive so long, for 800 years, we find out. But she's been alive so long, she forgot her name. And you spoke to that during the episode.
It's, when you live that long, how far back can you really recall when so many things happen?
Yeah. I don't think I would forget my name, though. But I can't say for sure. And I'll never find out. So.
She would have to constantly change aliases, because she needs to constantly fake her own death, because
she
needs to make sure that nobody is to know that she's immortal.
I understand that, but I still think you still like you would know who you were. Or would you forget who Justin was?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. But
To
she's
live for so long.
Yeah.
So many collections of memories.
She had a lot of books.
Yes, because eventually some things will have to be written down because there isn't enough space in here for more than one lifetime. It's still only one brain. I need to write all of this down.
Yeah, she even says, infinite life and a normal sized memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Exactly.
But she says, my name is me. I'm my own companion. I like that.
Yes.
That was cool. And then we start the kind of like mirroring of the Doctor, kind of like Doctor and like Dark Doctor kind of thing, the anti-Doctor. He says, why do you rob? She says, for the adventure. Why does the Doctor do anything? For the adventure. And he normally lives vicariously through his companions. She doesn't need to do that because she's her own companion, so she lives vicariously through herself.
Which actually sounds more responsible of an immortal, which led me to think, Doctor, you could actually learn from her.
The Doctor is fundamentally irresponsible with human women and Rory. So yeah, the sex appeal is gone, but justice for Rory.
Yes, one would think living so many centuries and the same thing happening, one would think, you know what, maybe I should be doing this to myself instead of using it as some other life form's expense. Maybe I should be responsible by putting myself into the things that I put myself in.
I'll throw the meme on the screen, and I'll throw the meme on the screen again for y'all, in case you didn't see it the first time. I think it's great. I'll show it to you after we're done, so you'll see what it is. You'll like it. I'll try. I might even do a little extra bonusy thing of me showing you the meme just for a reaction. It's true. It is if you think about it. And then she talks about like 10,000 hours to master skill, 100,000 hours to become like the best ever at it. She says, I don't need to be indestructible. I'm superb. That'd be something he would say.
Excellent. Yes. This is a very perfect creation of the Doctor's, yet he is disappointed because of what she became.
Yeah.
Whereas I think what she's doing is being honest and is admitting to herself this is how things are, instead of trying to trick herself into some sort of delusion of what she would rather like to feel.
Which one could say is what the Doctor does, especially with companions, using companions as a shield to divert reality of what he is. I'm not going to show the meme again, but
yes,
it applies.
It shows, not only is he irresponsible to other life forms, he's being irresponsible to himself for not coming to terms with that.
Mm-hmm. I like the Doctor. I'm not trying to crap on him, but I think this is a good, indication of the Doctor as a personality. And even the show knows it. Like, it's talking about it, so it's not like we're saying anything controversial. They brought it up.
Even Missy doesn't have a companion, and, well, she doesn't have any sense of responsibility for anyone or anything, and yet she's being more mature than he is.
There you go. Boom. Mic drop. And then Arya cures scarlet fever for a village, and they drown her as a witch. Because America. we've been America a long time, y'all. Long time. It's not something recent. And then we see that Arya's talking to a mystery thing with glowy eyes. And she says, he has no idea about you, just the artifact. He has no idea what we intend to do with it. Dun dun dun, you're a heel. And the Doctor's going through her books, her memories, her journals, her diaries. And some of the pages are missing. And he's like, why? And she says, if the memory's too painful, I tear it out. And I liked that. Like, she could literally just erase her memory if she wanted.
And having that power.
Yeah, I thought that too. And then at this point, it's where the episode starts to ramp up in kind of putting the mirror in front of the Doctor. And, her being that mirror. Because she says, you're the one who runs away. And that was a big sticking point, was running. Throughout the entire episode was running. It was said a lot, intimated a lot. Even Clara, when we first introduced to her, run, clever boy. And remember. I may not have that verbatim, but it was still run. And then she says, "You'll need a mask, sidekick." I love she's calling him sidekick, because that'd be so offensive to him and his ego. And they walk into this house to go steal the amulet. And she's the she's superb. She's had so many hours of practice. So he's walking in and she's all, "Know where you're going, do you?" And he stops, and then she takes the lead because she's the leader. He's the sidekick. Find out that she still has the other animal cracker because she says no one's good enough.
Yes,
Fair.
That's definitely something that would. There's something that would be in her character.
Yes, and it makes sense.
Yes,
you get one shot at that. You better make it right. I don't know if Sam Swift was the right one, but I was hoping at least it was going to be a plot device and not a MacGuffin, and it was. So, and then they open the drawer and it's the Justin amulet.
So beautiful.
In purple.
Yes.
Yes. Purple.
I'd love to have one.
They get found out, so they have to go hide because the doctor knocked the thing over, because proving again that she was right. She's superb. She was doing her job perfectly. The doctor's the one who messed it up. So they have to hide in the chimney.
She did have centuries of practice.
So did the doctor.
Interestingly enough.
Yes. And they're up there, and she mentions Clara, and he says, "You remember Clara?" And she says, "Of course. I remember everyone's weaknesses." Mm-hmm. She's not wrong. We're kind of Team Arya here, I think. Like, she's not wrong, y'all.
Sometimes the antagonists do find out about this in different episodes and then capture the companion.
This isn't even in a... I hate this dog, like with Master Nova. If this happened with Master Nova, I'd be like, "Oh my god, yes, thank you, yes." It's just like, of all this, like, we've seen so many adventures with the Doctor as it's unfolding before us because we don't know what's going to happen next. But she asks, "How old are you? How many have you lost? How many Claras?" And I was like,
well,
thank you. Thank you. He's having to finally confront the meme that I've shown twice already, that I'll show you after we're done. And then Arya wants to kill the guy. And the Doctor says, "Kill him, and you make an enemy of me." Which he said before, but I liked how it was used here. Because she's the anti-Doctor. You kill him, you're my enemy. But I also like the notion of, kill him, and you make an enemy of me. She called herself me. Kill him, and you make an enemy of me. I like the duality there. I think it's really cool.
It was excellent.
And then Arya gets all dolled up. Reminded me of when Clara was the governess. A little bit. And she says, "How do I look?" "Pink." "Are you coming down with something?" A little Clara-ism there. I liked it. They're talking about this mythology. And the idea, could it be the mythology originated on another planet? I have thought that about our own mythology, like our own religion, our own various religions on the planet. I'm like, what? How many of those aren't even Earth-based?
We weren't there, so
I think it's cool to think about.
Yes, so we can neither confirm or deny that.
And then we start the whole "take me with you." She's saying, "Take me with you," and obviously he's not going to take her. She's kind of damaged goods in his eyes.
Even though they would make a very interesting pair.
I would be all on board for her being the companion.
Yes.
100% on board for her being the companion.
Yes, but imagine a companion that doesn't even see herself as the companion. "No, Doctor, you're the companion."
Yeah.
Either we're equals or you're my companion. Which is it going to be?
And someone who can't die takes the scariness of the human companion factor out of it. So what do you do then if you have two people who are immortal?
And what if they both have different strategies?
It'd be fun, y'all. So she says, "Take me with you. I want more than this. I deserve more than this." And I liked her idea of what she deserves because he made her. You made me this way. I'm your responsibility. You did this to me. Fix it.
Indeed. Which is what I thought when he did that to him in the first place, because basically he made another himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering, yes, he was indeed acting emotionally instead of intellectually, because think of the times when he was in emotional agony. Doctor, do you really want someone else to go through this exact same thing, which you know this other person will go through?
Yeah.
Eventually.
I like the idea of her deserving it. Because it sounds like something Master Nova would say. Like, I deserve so much more! You know? But he says, no. And she's all, why not? Because it wouldn't be good.
Good is such a subjective statement. Well, yes, I know the time. I could go on a tangent purely on that thing.
Oh, we don't have time. I don't know if we have battery. If we've stopped recording, the audio will be going still. I apologize in advance. Hopefully we don't stop, or the camera doesn't stop before we're done. The doctor is confronted by the guard people, and he asks them to attack first so his conscience can be clear. If I said the word, I'm sorry. My speech impediment's acting up. We find out that the amulet, the Justin amulet, is a portal.
Yes.
All right. Okay. We find out that it's Leonian. This guy's a Leonian, which I thought was Leo, lion. That was
clever.
Yeah.
In a way.
But Doctor is trying to tell her it's a trap. He's going to turn on you. Or we think you're going to be his queen or wife or whatever. And she says, I'm not looking for a husband. I'm looking for a horse to get out of town, and you declined.
I also liked it that she complained about, is that all that you men think, that she's simply looking for someone to get married to?
Yeah.
She does have her own hopes and dreams, what she wants to aspire to.
There you go. Then we find out that death powers the amulet. And he says, who dies so you can run away? And I was like, yeah, Doctor, who dies so you can run away? Well?
And hence why it's given the name Hades, because it involves somebody's death.
Yeah.
In order for it to work.
And he says, what happened to you? She says, you did, Doctor. You did. So good. And I love this whole notion we talked about, like, she's stuck here and the Doctor can just zip around as he pleases.
She doesn't get to do that.
She says, I live in the world you leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Like, I guess another notion that we're not going to probably have time to talk about, but just that notion of the Doctor. We've talked about it before in the past. The Doctor arrives, meddles around a little bit, leaves. And the consequences, he never deals with them. We talked about that way back seasons ago. Season 1 or 2. You brought that up.
Yes.
That the Doctor just doesn't. He doesn't. He puts band-aids on things, but he doesn't really fix anything. He has, but in our point of view at that time, because we didn't know what was going to happen next, it was just kind of like you arrive, meddle, and then zip away. And this is brought up here. I live in the world you leave behind. True.
Somebody needs to. Somebody's going to.
Yeah. The Doctor says to her, I didn't know your heart would rust because I kept it beating. So many good. I miss so many good back and forth dialogue one-liner things. And then she tells him, you didn't save my life. You trapped me inside of it. So many good one-liners.
Yes.
so much good dialogue. And then the Doctor just escapes custody because, of course, he was like, oh, there's 30 pounds. And they're like, oh, you can go away. Now here's a horse. It's Doctor Who. It's fine. And
very mind-provoking lines.
Oh, yeah.
So many of them are only one line long.
Yeah. But they open up like this idea, like it's like a Pandora's box.
Yes.
And like the Doctor just got called out so much, and I loved it. And not because of this incarnation, just the Doctor as a character in general. If you dig deeper, it's infuriating. He's an infuriating character. He's fun and he's entertaining. Well, sometimes he's fun and entertaining. But the Doctor as a character is so problematic if you really dig deep, and this episode did that, and I really appreciated it for it. And then Sam Swift is on the gallows doing his stand-up routine. But he says, I had the greatest gift, life. Magical and full of adventure. And I'm like, that's the Doctor. That's the Doctor. That's what the Doctor's kind of thing is, especially with companions. Life is fleeting. It's short. It's the greatest gift. I believe that life is the greatest gift. It's why I'm still here, in spite of everything. because before I met you, I told you, I thought about it. Like, what's the point of being alive? What's the point of living if I can't be alive? Who I was stolen from me, and I have this husk of who I used to be. And then the hair fell out, and I went gray, and I'm just deteriorating, et cetera, et cetera. But I appreciate life and being alive. I know this is my one shot, so I want to try and make the most of it if I can. And all I like to do is saying that. This is kind of how the Doctor feels, especially in relation to companions. It's magical and full of adventure. When the Doctor takes a companion somewhere new, and they're all, wow, the Doctor is living vicariously through that person. And I thought that Sam Swift saying that was very cool, because it was a direct contrast to Arya. Because life was not magical or full. It was full of adventure for her, but it wasn't really magical anymore. She was being very Loki-ish, just to pass the time. He gets pardoned because the Doctor had a pardon from Cromwell or someone. And then they're all, hang the Doctor! Hang the Doctor! Hang the Doctor! That was funny. Yes. Turnabout.
This was their television at the time, so
yeah, that is true.
They came to be entertained, so where's the entertainment?
The amulet is attached to Sam, and pew, the beam goes into the sky and opens up a portal, and it's purple, color of death. Stay back, you!
And it's revealed that it isn't only his death for his Hades, his afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's also yours. He used her, and here comes the death.
Yeah. So it opens a portal, and she says, to my new life, or to hell. What the Doctor says in return. And it was, as you said, yes. Yeah. Because she says, you said you were the last of the Leonians. And wasn't. It was an invasion. Again. All right.
Living for so many centuries, you should know by now that anyone or anything will say whatever it takes to get what they want.
Then she has her magical come to space Jesus moment, and the Doctor says, it's awful, it's infuriating. You think you don't care, then you fall off the wagon. That's what happened. He spent so long trying not to care, and now he's starting to care again. And I think this feels like we're telegraphing the end of this Doctor, kind of. Because he's starting to care now. When you care, you fall off the wagon. When you care, bad things happen to the people you care about. And he's being affectionate to Clara. He's telling her, he cares about her being there. He likes her being there. He's way less standoffish than he was in the beginning of season 8. For sure. So, are we telegraphing the eventual issue? This is the fracture that's going to eventually grow until it comes to a head, and the Doctor's like, oh man, well, this was doomed to happen because I started to care again. That kind of thing. And I wrote, well, Sam Swift is immortal. All right. And then I thought, those townsfolk have to hang them for witchcraft now, right? They just saw like a beam into the sky.
Yes, it was one of the things I saw was unusual, especially when the whole problem ended. That when they were cheering and and I overheard Cromwell. So this is Cromwell, England. This is the England that is being governed by religious fanatics. Why is it that they aren't now on their knees praying and singing praise or anything like that?
Yeah. We had to go to the next scene quickly, in which we were in that inn or tavern or wherever. And she asks, is he immortal now? Do you want him to be? I don't want anyone to be. Good back and forth. And the Doctor tells her, people like us, we go on too long. We forget what matters. We're not good together. We need the mayflies. That's not like in order, but like that idea, Like even if told like, why can't we travel? It wouldn't be good. This is why. I think it'd be great. I want to see them travel together. But for the Doctor, it wouldn't be good. Even since I travel with another immortal person, Captain Jack. Like, yay, Captain Jack. Keep your genitals in your pants.
Unless if you're here.
There you go. No arguments for me. And then this, I didn't get it all because it was so good, but this is this like kind of this ending speech, this ending conversation between them. But she's saying, someone has to look after the people you abandon. You arrive, you leave. I will stay here. But every person clean up your mess.
Well, yes.
Yeah. And she says, while you protect the world, I'll protect the world from you. Maybe not verbatim, but I like that idea.
That sort of reminded me of the Silence.
In what way?
Remember when the eye patch lady said that she's going against the Doctor because, from her point of view, she was protecting the universe?
Yeah, okay, yeah, you got a point. I thought you meant the actual Silence themselves instead of the lady. I see what you mean.
No, the motive, I mean.
Yeah. Doctor says, are we enemies now? And no. Enemies are never the problem. It's friends you have to watch out for.
Which is true. Something happens to an enemy? All right.
I've never been stabbed in the back by an enemy. I'll just say that.
If something happens to a friend, then yes, now it becomes a problem. Now we are concerned about the person's well-being.
Yeah. Doctor's on the TARDIS. Clara comes back, and Doctor says, I've missed you. Uh-oh. Sweet, aw, but also uh-oh. And she says, oh, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. But to backtrack a little bit, the whole I'm gonna look after the people you abandon, that entire back and forth was fantastic. I won't be able to, I didn't do it justice because I didn't write, it was so fast. I wrote down what I could. I'll protect the world from you. While you protect the world, I'll protect the world from you. Just good stuff. And that's all for my notes. Anything else are from my pages over on Patreon. This was really good. Really, really good. Some of the strongest writing we've had in a minute. This is some of the strongest writing we've had.
Yes, I loved it.
I mean, you can say what you want about the reveal of Missy was cool. And the reveal of River, back and was so cool. But as far as writing, as far as weaving a story around and through the Doctor, it was just so well done. This is some of the strongest writing I think we've had in what we've seen so far.
Definitely.
Across 9 seasons. I think this was just really well done. Like I said, in an hour out of an hour and a half of 2-episode runtime, to do this. It's like with the War Doctor, how he was so well done in that short bit we got. He was introduced at the end, then we had that mini-sode, then we had the episode, Day of the Doctor, and it all worked. The story of the War Doctor, this is like that too. The story of Arya, introduced, saved at the end, foreshadowing with the very last shot, then into this episode, which was full on awesome sauce. So I really, really like this. I dare an episode in this season to be better than this. This is good. This is good. I liked it a lot. I liked it a whole lot. So yeah. And I wish I could expound more about it, especially that ending back and forth between them about her watching the world, protecting it from him. Just yum. I love me good writing. I love me some good writing. And when you have actors and actresses who can pull it off, it's even better. So, all right, we are either out of camera battery or we're running. We're over time. So we need to go, unfortunately. But I enjoyed this one very much, obviously.
So did I.
But, pardon me, is there anything else you'd like to add about this episode?
No, mon cher.
Oui. That's going to wrap this one up. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here. As said a few times, I hope we see her again. Hope we see Arya again, because I like her character a lot. Don't let this be a one-off thing, please. Oh my god, there's so much potential here. But yeah, no spoilers, also, please. As always, I don't have a fancy outro, so I will simply say thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Until then,
Goodbye. That's basically Doctor Who.
Yep.
When you really think about it.
Yep. Not wrong.
That actually works.